Yes, sir. Yes, your boy T here again, man. Just an entrepreneur trying to do his thing in life. Man, we talk about different things, battling through in the hills and the valleys, just trying to go through.
Yes. Hi, my name is Winnie, and I am a certified life coach, and I'm just here, new here, and we're gonna go with the flow. Go with the flow.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
The ups and the downs of healing journey and how important it is to have the right environment. So that's basically what we discussing. I started, and I'll just say that the environment you decide to enter into determines a lot of things nowadays versus back then. Um, like, like I want to return any, I want to return to any environment, that's pushing me to be a better me. You know what I'm saying? That's the environment I want to be in. Let me know what y'all think. Like I got, I have to be in an environment that's pushing me. If not, I don't just want to fall. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you have to be. You really have to be in an environment that pushes you to be better. Even if you can start healing in any environment, you can start the healing journey in any environment. But there's going to be a point that you're going to get into that you will have to change your environment. You will push you to change who you talk to, where you go, who is around you all the time. It will push you to change your environment. I believe that your environment is who you are. So it's very important.
Hey, absolutely. I definitely think there's a whole lot of factors that can influence that. And as everybody's sharing, our environment is so important. They say that if you hang around at the barbershop long enough, you'll end up getting a haircut, right? Like if you stick around any one thing long enough, you'll end up doing that, right? Like, so if you're around business people that have a mindset for that, you eventually pick that up. Oh man, I got to get this together, right? So I definitely think it's important. And also growing up, man, I remember how important my environment and how pivotal it played in me, right? Because I ended up emulating and imitating the very things I saw around, right? Whether it be good or bad. It's definitely important.
All right.
So for the people who cannot get out of that environment, right? What will be your advice to them? Yes, we have to be mindful of who we are around, what we do, and all that stuff. But let's just say that person cannot get out of the environment that they're in, and they know that the environment that they're in is not good for them, right? But they just cannot get out of it. What would you tell them?
It's a great question. That is a great question.
Yeah, no,
So
definitely. That's a really
basically,
good question. The first thing
mhm.
that comes to mind is I would tell them to focus on habits, right? Because that's one of those things, anything practiced over time, you become better at, right? Whatever that may be. So if I can't necessarily get out of my situation, what about the impact and the effect that I can make on it, right? Like, so I would definitely say the habits, right? Like whether that be, if you can't get out of it, sitting time aside or picking a place within that, right? Your whole environment around you may be filled with people that are negative, or maybe you got a gang around you, or whatever it is. But finding an isolated place within that, you know what I mean, and then just sticking to that, for example. But I would definitely say habits. Focus on your habits if you can't necessarily change your environment around.
um, I'm a, I'm gonna get a little personal because I want this one to hit home right here. I want this one to hit home, but I don't think there's an environment I haven't been in, right? And I'm not saying we all the same. We all gonna react to different things differently. You know what I'm saying? We all don't have the same follicles. We don't have the same muscle strength in our brain. We don't have the same, nothing. Everybody's different. But I've been there. Somebody's been where you are today. And I'm talking to that person who feel like they're in an environment they can't get out. Talking to that person. We've all been there. Somebody that's famous right now been there. Somebody. One thing about one, I think the whole thing about the environment thing, man, today, I feel like it's money. People would be doing like I'm gonna tell you something about us people. We'll go to work and let the money be our excitement. That can change the mindset of a certain environment. You know what I'm saying? once you get that money thing out your head, man, I feel like, man, say it's sky's the limit from there. Am I lying though, y'all? What I
No.
mean is, what I mean is, in the hood we talk, you know, our happiness is that paycheck. So basically, what I'm saying is, you know, working, I was working, you know, I was kind of satisfied because I was getting some, you know, I was getting a nice piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a nice piece of the pie, but that's because of my environment, right? When my environment started to change, you know what I'm saying? It just I started seeing life differently. Again, it goes back to, you know, the healing journey. You're going to see different environments. It's up to you to choose which one you want to walk in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get mad or jealous because you decide to do something better than you used to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like the trend is, you know, the music that they putting on the radio, all the way down to, man, these people ain't living these lives, man. These people ain't living these lives. I put that on everything. These people is not living them lives. All the youngsters who trying to be like what they see in the videos, the gangster movies and shows that they watch, say, man, this life is chess. This life is chess. Put them checkers up. You know what I'm saying? Put them checkers up, man. And when I say that, I mean, look at the people around you in your environment right now. Do you want to be like any of them? If not, go to a different environment. You feel me?
Hear what you're saying, Smith. It makes sense. A lot of people are going to see, you know, the pod or our footage, and they're going to struggle with, well, I don't know how to get out of it, right? Like, because what
Mm-hmm.
ends up happening is over time, we end up continuing to do these same habits that put us into the same situation, and we get the same results, right? And you do that long enough, and you know the definition of insanity is, you know, doing the same thing, expecting different results, right? So, but as people, you remember we're emotional humans, right? So the first thing we react on is emotion, and the very thing that gets us in trouble is our emotion. That's why as we become more emotionally intelligent, you know what I mean, things become to make more sense. But yeah, so some people are gonna say, man, but I'm in this situation, and that was why, in addition to whatever all the good points that everybody made, I was like, habits are so important, right? Because before I can come out of my situation or choose something different, man, the very lifestyle and the things that I do on a daily basis will end up dictating that. So yeah, so now everything builds on one another.
To piggyback on what Terrence was saying is there's a book when I first started. There's a book I read. It's called Atomic Habit. It's a really good book. And at the time, I couldn't get out of the situation I was in. I was married, and I needed, you know, I was married, and I started my healing journey while we were still like in the midst of like the storm and the craziness of like the separation and everything. Um, and that's when it first started. And I couldn't get out of that soon enough, right? So the habits are very, very, very important. The habits, the things that you do, and having learning how to be patient, learning how to um, having understanding of the people around you, that I know I am going through whatever I'm going through, but I'm still in an environment that broke me. So the people around me still broken, but I have to understand that it's not about it's not about them, or it's not about me. It's like I'm shielding myself and I'm walking through this path, but I understand that they're not where I'm at. So whatever action that they're doing should not affect my habit, should not affect my mindset where I'm going. And yeah, so habits are really like key points.
Good point.
Is that on me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, my bad. Basically, man, honestly, like I say, when I talk, I want to hit home, but man, you really honestly, you just gotta have that dog in you. You can't let nobody tell you where you're gonna be. When I say that, I mean you dictate where you go in your life. So your actions are going to show, you know, where you are in your current life. Your actions are going to show how far you want to go in life. I'm not saying you're going to be doing something different today than tomorrow. What I'm saying is get out of the hole that you in, because you know what